Go. Good afternoon. Hello. Welcome. No football. It's Saturday afternoon. It's 13:30 in Spain. It's 12:30 in the UK. And it's the 29th of November. And we ain't got a game. We're not playing until Monday. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity for me and Beck. How you doing, Beck?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Look, you've been having a laugh to yourself there, have you, love? We've just been talking
Something
about
like
someone, having a laugh about someone, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. I think we'd be arrested if we did, wouldn't we?
that. Oh, stop.
But anyway, it was funny what we were talking about. But yeah, so we're doing this thing now, this charity stuff with uh, well, it's our own CIC, the project in your community. But we've been lucky enough to have the backing and funding of the National Lottery Community Fund. We got £19,000 off them to listen to me talking about shite. I mean, people do it for nothing usually, don't they? But on a serious note, we've always had our eye on this long term to sort of make this project that we've done for 2.5 years now into something bigger and better. So we thought we'd just tell you how it all started and where we are now. Beck can't stop laughing. Look, I've never seen her look so happy. Are you all right? I thought you were supposed to
Yeah,
be
I'm
off.
fine. All good.
So actually started. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. It's fine. Carry on, please.
The We started this. Well, I started actually on the 9th of July 23, so 2.5 years ago almost. Actually, 9th of July is my mum's birthday, and the 9th of July is the official day that Tom Wagner and Knighthead actually took ownership, but they didn't.
I,
Go
I
on.
thought it was the 13th.
It was the 13th, but all of the dealing and that was done on the 9th and
Okay.
went through on the 13th. So I started this group and it was called BCFC the 9th of July. That's what the group was initially called. And on the 13th, because obviously everyone was talking about the project, everything you heard about was the project this, the project that. I changed it to the project on the day that the deal went through. So on the 13th, we had the birth of the project. Yay! So the project actually is a cancer. Did you know that? That's its birth sign. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. Are you into your star signs then?
Not really. No, I just know because my mom was one. My mom
Okay.
was well into that sort of stuff. What are you?
Aquarius.
Are you into it then?
No, I only know mine.
Yeah, I only sort of know mine. I'm an Aries. It's
And
pretty.
my mum's. I think my mum's a Sagittarius.
Oh, I'll get on with your mom then. Aries and Sagittarius apparently get on with each other really well.
Oh, do they?
Is she attached or anything?
No.
Is that an inappropriate question?
Yeah.
Sorry. All right.
Especially
So,
after what we've talked about.
yeah. So that's how it all sort of started. I started like that, and the reason I started it, as like Beck knows, and quite a lot of you now know because I've told you enough times, is the absolute crap that was going on in other groups at the time. It was following the Richardson and Lopez attempted takeover when I mean, Richardson had it, a proper blues fan, and he really wanted to go through. But the minute Maxi Lopez got involved, it all started to take a tumble, and it was never going to be right, in my opinion. And I didn't think it was going to go through. And we've seen all the shenanigans on the car park with the pressers, and I always remember Thomas Asante, like being photographed with Richardson Lopez, which signed him on deadline day. 10 minutes later, he was playing for the Albion, and all that rubbish. And it never went through. And I used to say, and Tilton the Lions I used to go on actually. I don't mind saying it because it's the truth. And I used to go on there and tell people what I thought, and I got absolutely smashed for it. You know what it's like, Beck. You've seen it yourself. I mean, you have to deal with moderation and stuff like like we all do in the group, and there can be some real bad stuff, can't there?
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
there was
I know. Yeah, I do know. I know.
but it was bad, and so I thought to myself, you know what? Why am I even engaging with these people? The people on there, and the thing was, and I've got nothing against Tilt the Lights, right? I've got nothing against any group that wants to manage their group the way they want to manage it. It's up to them. That's fine. But obviously, as someone that's a part of the group, you can step away if you want. And I thought to myself, there's no moderation on here. Like you can say whatever you want. People can threaten you. They can do whatever they want and have no comeback at all. So I thought, what I'm going to do. And I was sitting in the gym one morning, early morning, and I thought, I want to start my own group. And that's when the 9th of July thing happened. It was my mum's birthday. My mum had died, had been dead like 4 years that time. So I thought, right, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start my group. And that's how it started. And then Beck got involved at an early stage, didn't you? Because I can't remember how many members we had at the time. It might have been a couple of thousand or something. Because I was dead chuffed when I got to 1,000. I was like, Jesus. I want to need some help running this sort of thing. uh, and I'll never forget like the first few people I banned because the hardest thing in moderation and admin is to actually remove people. And any admin will tell you that because although you think like it's dead easy, you just remove them. Of course it is. That's how you do it. But you do have like a feeling of guilt or responsibility for
Mm.
it, and then you think, how's that person going to react and all that. But once you get used to doing it, it becomes quite fun. Like there's a dickhead, there's
I
another
wouldn't
dickhead.
say fun.
Not fun, but it gives you a feeling of being able to dispatch people from the group
Mm.
who cause issues and never to let them return. Now, I've had loads of people that I've removed, and I've always said it from day one: if you're removed forever. And that want to come back and have asked me to come back and they ain't coming back. There's loads of people that never want to, don't want to come back, and that's fair enough. That's good because they wouldn't get back anyway. So, we don't remove someone unless they do something that's not like, in today's social media world, it wouldn't be seen as like a terminal act. You know,
Mm.
to most people in most groups, what we ban people for, they would probably think was all in a normal day's conversation on social media. But we don't have that. We don't have that where someone, a quiet, nice person, for instance, Beck, might make a comment and then someone comes on and tells her to fuck off, like, she's an idiot. What does she know? She's a woman, that kind of thing. And that would be probably in most groups. A few other people would join in and go, yeah, what do you know about it? You're dumber, you're a woman. Whack, 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 whack. And it would carry on. So that is how social media bullying happens. And that's just an example, obviously off the top of my head, of how it could happen and how it does happen. It definitely happens like that, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it starts.
We've seen it, and
And
we've seen misogynist comments loads of times, haven't we?
yeah, I still do.
Yeah.
Um, not necessarily on our group, but around around other
Other
groups.
groups, it happens all the time. And the worst offender, of course, is Birmingham City FC's own Facebook page, isn't it?
Mm, yeah, I don't go on there anymore.
It's just not moderated. I mean, we offered, didn't we, a couple of years ago? I know it sounds stupid because I've got like, I don't know, 4.5 million followers or something, 450,000, 500,000 members. We've got like 25,000. And we offered to try and moderate it for them, didn't we? And, I asked Jeremy Dale, can we moderate it for you because it's awful? And they came back and said, well, you can't, because you're not a part of the club. It wouldn't tick the boxes that were necessary for all of their safeguarding and running checks on people to make sure they can go in and moderate such a
Mm.
thing. moderate something like that's got, kids can go in and click a link to a porn site, So you have to have qualifications to make sure that you do what remove anyway. I know what big companies are like, and they probably have got rules and regulations that wouldn't allow them just to take on anyone as moderation. You'd have to be a part of the organisation, fair enough, but they literally do nothing about it. And the amazing thing to me is how Meta leave that site live. This is not a it's not a knock of the club, this isn't, because the
No,
club
I know.
do
It's just it's not just the Blues official. I think it's across the board. If you look at
every club,
all club official
absolutely.
supporters pages, there's always
Yeah, it's awful. But the
something.
club use it as a massive money making vehicle because obviously they put all of the social media stuff out in Facebook through that Facebook site. Like that beautiful Stansfield second goal against who was it last week?
I was asleep. I
All
didn't
right
watch
then.
the game.
So
I wasn't wow.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head. So oh
I
Jesus.
can't remember what I had for breakfast
So
yesterday.
anyway, Stansfield's headed goal. I can't remember which game it was, but it was one of the 4-0s when a lovely little ball, that wonderful little back flick by Dimmy, the little back heel by might have been Pake or Iwata, and then like the run from Patrick Roberts and the cross and Stansfield's header, absolutely beautiful poetry in motion. And that's where they put that sort of stuff, and we love seeing it. But
Norwich.
Norwich, yeah, Norwich, it was Norwich, yeah,
Oh
well
my
done.
God.
Been racking a brain there. Yeah, it was the Norwich game. I think it was the Norwich game, wasn't it?
It was Norwich.
Yeah, it was like the weather was really, really poor, and we played some beautiful football. But that's where they put that sort of stuff, Blues, and they get loads and loads of clicks on it. And as we know, every click is a pound or whatever, or a dollar or whatever it is, and so that's important. But most of the websites, most of the Facebook pages are really, really bad. I picked out Tilton the Lions because that was one that I used to go on. There's some that are much worse than that. And to this day, like people will tell me, "Oh, Steve, you want to see what they're saying about you now on such and such a site?" And they actually like have conversations about me. I mean, I don't know why. What I mean? They hate me, fine, but they'll sit there saying they think we're some sort of cult, don't we? Don't they?
Yeah, I'm your mini Hitler.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I got apparently like it's a bit of a cult led by me, and I have this group of like people like Beck and Alan and uh, Emma and people like that who are all like I don't know, like little like the SS. Okay. No, it's like they say it's like a cult. Of course, it isn't. What they mean is we're normal. That's what they mean. We don't accept shite from people, and neither should we. And if people are bullied on our platform, then they go. It's as simple as that. We want to protect everyone, and we have a really big thing about Beck. Will you stop breaking down into fits of laughter? Look at her.
Sorry.
But you know what? Isn't it nice seeing someone smile on social media instead of being bullied? Look at us. That's not a bullied person, is it? And that's because the only side she goes on is ours. Um, But we have an obligation to protect people's mental health and to protect young people and to make sure that people don't get bullied whilst they're in our domain. And that's what we want to do. And from a very early stage, when I started to get 1,000, 1,500, and then like I wanted to make sure the ladies' game was all right, and I was seeing the ladies' matches coming up, and I was thinking, Jesus, like I don't know nothing about the women's team. So I put a little ad out saying, if there's anyone who would like to take over the running of the pages, like ladies' team, then get in touch with me. And there she is. Look, she got in touch with me, didn't you, Beck?
Yeah.
And
And
uh,
that's it.
and that's sort of how it started. And then from that little seed, really, everything grew and the group got bigger. Our coverage of the ladies got bigger. and better. The moderation team grew, and we involved other people in it. And people in moderation come and go, don't they?
Mm.
One minute they love you, the next minute they hate you, and it's something you have to accept. So I think I'm speaking like very generally there because we have got some moderators who've been with us from not from day one, but have been extremely good and loyal to us. Um, so as time progressed, I remember saying to you once, I don't know if you remember, Becky, it is a long time. Well, it's probably not a long time ago in terms of like it was 10 years or something, but a long time ago in terms of our group. I reckon we probably got about 6 or 7 thousand people. And I said to you, one day we're going to turn this into a charity. Do you remember me saying that?
Yeah, I remember that. But
Do
I
you
also
really?
remember, yeah, and I also remember you. I don't know why, but you wanted to shut the group down at one point.
Did I?
Yeah, don't you remember?
No.
You said, "Are you not sure you could do it anymore?"
Yeah. Well,
Um,
you know, right. As soon as we're talking about this, right, and this mental health status and stuff, well, I have my own mental health issues, and there are times probably when I would feel like that. I would have only said it to you. I wouldn't have said it to anyone else. So that was, if I did say that, that was probably at a time when my light wasn't fully on.
yeah,
So
yeah, it was. Yeah.
yeah, and there are times when you get like that, and I'm not. I mean, look at me. I'm gorgeous, right? And I'm only joking. But look at me, right? I'm not a shrinking violet, am I? By any means. I'm not, I'm not someone that is, cowering in the corner. But social media commenting is a different thing altogether to being physically challenged by someone. This is something that gnaws at you from it's hard to explain it. Even now, I mean, Beck pointed out to me a few weeks ago that a couple of people were having a bit of a snipe at me in this crappy group, this other crappy group. I'm not talking about Talking the Lions, by the way, which is quite a big group, isn't it? Um, they're apparently having a go at me and calling me this and that, and the usual thing about my cult and what a dick I am and all this. And whilst I can look at the people I know who they are, sort of, not know them, but we all do a bit of stalking, don't we? You have a little look, and you think, and also, like people that talk like that usually aren't the bravest of people, but. But even though, like I say, I'm no shrinking violet, afterwards, it still is there in my head.
Mm.
Why 6 or 7 people somewhere hate me enough to be talking about me like that? And I've never met one of them. Do you know what I mean? And that's
Yeah,
how
yeah.
social media bullying, and I don't like to use the word bullying because I ain't someone who's going to be bullied. There should be a better term for it because, like for there's some blokes, right, that wouldn't put their hands up to being social media bullied because bullying, nobody bullied me. Do you know what I mean? But if it was
Mm.
like social media mental torture, then you could put your hand up and go, yeah, I've had that. Because really that's what it is. And it affects you and it affects you in a bad way. It affects you negatively. And for a couple of days after that, Beck, and what we did was we just, they were all in our group, weren't they, as well? But
I
all the
think it's a
admin, yeah,
couple,
their
yeah.
admins were like in the project. They were in the cult, and so we removed them from the cult, so they'll never come back to the cult again. And apparently, like the cult, the head admin, so the next day actually put in their group, oh, I've been banned from the project, blah blah blah, like So he must have come in the next day and tried to use us. But you know what they do, don't you? A lot of groups they just nick our content
Mm.
because we produce our own content, don't we? But so it affects people in really negative ways, and we don't want that. And so when we started the group, from very early on in the group, we were doing things like buying tickets for kids from underprivileged families, weren't we, and stuff like that. You
Yeah,
could buy match day tickets and proper ones, couldn't you?
yeah.
Um, and then we did kits for kids for a while, but then it was like second-hand kits, wasn't it? And yeah,
Mm.
And it was
Keep
just
donations. And,
yeah, it was a small thing, wasn't it, to start with.
yeah.
And then as it grew, I thought really because we were having to, we're going to say fund it ourselves. I mean, me and Beck didn't fund it. You guys funded it. We would put out, a post for help to buy kits for kids, and you would respond by giving us money. And then, we would put something out to send some old people for dinner, and you'd give us some money, and we would ask for this, and you would give us some money. And there comes a point when we think to ourselves, well, I thought to myself, and Beck, knew of this. I confide in Beck, and she knew what my plan was and what our plan was, and and it was to start the charity. So my daughter Sarah actually runs a charity. Well, she's run several charities. The Snooty Pooch being the most recent one. Some of you probably know that it was a dog cafe in Solihull, and I had a chat with Sarah, and she helped us really set this up. Sarah's one of the directors of this new the project in your community, along with Beck and Alan. Um, and so like we formed this charity, and it took a long time. It takes a long time to do, doesn't it? You can't
Yeah,
just
it was.
decide you're going to start a charity. It takes
Mm.
time, and it did take time. And I think at the start of this year, we put a little notice out to our moderating team, didn't we? Listen, you've all got to be
Mm.
behind us this year because something big's happening this year. We're going to become a charity. And I said that in December of last year. And then July this year, it actually came to fruition. And we started the charity. And the group has gradually grown over that time. We have 23,008. We have 24,000 members now, more or less, I think,
No,
roughly.
it's like 23 and a half,
Yeah, okay. I think
something
it's
like that. Yeah.
23,800. I think I might be wrong. I might be wrong because I looked earlier. I just forgot what I looked most days, because I like to look at our analytics and to give you a few interesting numbers about our group. We can at busy times of season when towards the end of the season when we're just about to win the league like we did last year, we were getting like 3 million visits a month. Now when everything's like mid-season, it's a bit quiet, and I think we get about 1.8 million every month. So that equates to sort of 100,000 visits every day. That's a lot, in it, Beck?
Mm.
It is, and when you look at it like that, 100,000 visits into that little group I set up 2 years ago. But the reason that we're successful isn't because I'm gorgeous or anything, or because Beck can't stop laughing, nothing like that. The reason our group is successful is because we protect people and we give people respect, and that's what
Mm.
people like. And people often can't work out why we have so many people, and that's the reason. And we also have not just our members. If we had our visitors to it, we're looking at the project membership, if you want, community is about 53,000 people. So I think by the end, well, probably not the end of the year, probably by the end of the year, our target is to fill the new stadium with 62,000 people with joint members and participants. That's good, isn't it, Beck, if we fill the new stadium?
That's,
Isn't it?
yeah.
The Chimney Boys.
I don't know if I like that.
I love it.
I don't know.
I like it because like it's typical blues. We like people are probably calling us that in a derogatory manner, and we embrace it and love
Yeah.
it. It's like
I suppose it's like small leaf in it.
yeah, like Villa fans thing, and they still do it all the time. They call us Small Heath, thinking that it upsets us. I love being called Small Heath. If we could change the name of the club to Small Heath tomorrow, I would happily do it.
Mm.
Yeah, honestly, it wouldn't bother me. But you see, like, and Villa now are marginalised because Tom Brady's such a clever bloke. He squeezed Villa out of Birmingham. They really aren't a part of Birmingham anymore. And I can't think of any songs that Villa sing that include Birmingham in them. Um, like, I think one of Tom Wagner's masterstrokes is taking City out of our name every time he mentions us. So on social media or on a bigger platform, it's always Birmingham, not Birmingham City. So it's like Birmingham on the rise. It was like that tifo last week. Birmingham forever forward, not Birmingham
Mm.
City, Birmingham. And so people like start to associate Birmingham with Birmingham City now, not Villa. Do you know what I mean? And
Mm.
they are marginalised to a degree. And if I look at Villa Park now, I think, Jesus, I'm glad we ain't got a play in there in 5 years' time because it's just like an old ground. And I'm not being shitty about Villa. I'm not. It is like an old stadium. We've got a stadium that no one else is gonna, hold a torch to it. Look at it.
Mm.
Whatever you may think of it, it's an absolute
I know I
stretch.
like it. I like the new stadium. I'm not saying I'm not.
No, you don't like the
It's
Chimney
just
Boys.
I don't know. Yeah.
I do. I mean, because I've been saying for a few weeks that the North Tower, the North Chimney, which is the biggest one, was 130 feet. I was mistaken. It's 130 meters, so that's 400 feet high. That one.
Nah,
And yeah, it
I
is.
ain't going up. No, I'm not. I
Yeah,
believe you. It's just I'm
yeah.
not going up there.
And it was interesting because obviously they used to support the roof. The cabling off each one of them. But each one of them has a job as well. So the north and south chimneys, uh, like the southern one at the top of it has got a bar and all that. It's got a lift.
Mm.
They're going to do like daily presentations. So you go up, that someone will tell you about all the club. You can look out and see
Nah,
the countryside around it. Get to the top, have a drink. Yeah, I know you. Yeah, but
nah, not for
you,
me. I'm gonna pass that bit. Like, nah,
yeah, I probably won't. But
no, I couldn't
and
go up
then the
there.
other really clever thing is because it's going to be really, really aimed at energy saving as well. So it's going to be really green. It will be the greenest stadium probably in the
Mm.
world. It's going to have the retractable roof. Isn't like most retractable roofs that slide backwards into the fan uh, into the into the stadium. Into the stadium structure. It's going to be like a concertina, so it doesn't slide back into the structure. It concertinas in and out, and it's going to have, I can't remember how many, 5,000 solar panels on it. So it will,
Crazy when you think of it.
yeah, it will be. I forget what. There's a great example of what it could power, but the amount of power that produces is unbelievable. And
It's so clever when you think about it, though, isn't it?
oh, it's amazing. And the other clever thing, really clever thing, is that the chimneys are. So if you think when the roof's closed, right, on a stadium that big with 60,000 people in it, there's an awful lot of heat and atmosphere and smoke created, isn't there? And just like a humid atmosphere in
Mm.
there. So they're using natural convection and vacuum for the chimneys to clear the air inside the stadium. So when that roof closes, the chimneys become convectors to take all of the heat
Mm.
and humid and acrid air out of the stadium. Uh, doesn't use any power. It's just a natural vacuum. I mean, that is just so clever, isn't it?
Just, yeah. I mean, it's amazing when you sort of think deeply about it. I mean, you look at it, you think, wow, but then it's just building it and
Well, when
it's
they're
just
building it, I'll give you another bit of information here,
it's
right,
just amazing. It's
about the
just so
build.
clever.
So when they start building it, right, I suppose you imagine, don't you, that like they're going to start building bricks and they're going to put it up. Blah, blah,
Mm.
blah, blah. Well, what they're doing is they're going to build it in 6 sections away from the site, and then they're going to transport it to the site and fix it to the footings. So you could be driving your car along the M6 one day, and there'll be about half a dozen police motorbikes at the back and half a dozen at the front, and there'll be a huge section of the powerhouse
Mm.
driving along the M6 in front of you because that's how they're going to do it. They're building it away from the setting and they're going to bring it in piece by piece and erect it on the site. That is just unbelievable, isn't it?
It's so clever. They're so clever, aren't they? You gotta give it to them. Like the people who have, made this, thought of
Yeah,
this.
I mean,
It's just
there's a design company and there's also a company that's worked with stadiums before. So the
so
design
smart.
company are like the masters of the design of it.
Mm.
Well, listen, if there's a company that's probably made 20 or 30 bowls, and this company, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but they've made loads of NFL stadiums in the USA. So Tom Wagner got these involved because he knows they've made NFL stadia. And then they've used a British design company that Stephen Knight works with to do the finer points of the design on it. So things like the retractable roof, making it different, making it green, using the fact that it's built on lots of old brickworks to reproduce brickwork within it. And then the way the chimneys came about was that the actual structure needed something to support the roof. So it had to have pylons. They all have to have them, like Spurs got them, but they're just pylons. They're just long, thin pylons. You can't really see them. So then the idea came, well, listen, bricks, right? We can use bricks. We can use those like tubes as convection and blah, blah, blah. So, and that's sort of how that was. And then bricks, of course, And then, of course, the other nice thing is now that all these new bricks that people are buying and the original ones from St Andrews, when you have your brick, those are going to
Mm.
be built into the chimneys.
So
Look surprised or something, will you?
no, no, it's just I'm just taking it all in. It's just like when you think about it, it's just amazing
Yeah,
how clever
I love
people
our new
are.
ground,
It's
I really
just
do. It was unusual to look at to start with, but
mm,
people are going to come from miles around to see that. If you're anywhere near Birmingham and you're a bit of a football supporter, you're going to go and look at that stadium, aren't you? Don't matter what you think
mm,
of Blues, and we'll be in the Premier League by then. Well, we want to be in the Premier League by next season because Tom Wagner wants that money in the coffers, and whether we want all that to continue and in the way that it's going to, and change our club and change our home and change how we think about
mm,
the club, but it's a natural progression for younger people to take on
mm,
the baton from the older people. And, what I remember as being the heart of Birmingham City, which is St Andrews, someone else is going to think that the powerhouse is. And then someone else from many, many years ago could never imagine leaving Munt Street. So it's just a natural progression, isn't it?
emotional.
Don't start crying. You've been bleeding laughing all the way through.
No, it's
You
yeah,
got the
no, it's
giggles you
just
have today.
no, it's all right. I'm all right.
Look, and you all think she's so innocent. Look at her, laughing her head off. Can't
No,
stop.
I'm just. There's a lot going on.
so, so and so when we talk about progression, obviously, then we're talking now. The whole point of this conversation is to explain to you how we got where we are, and it is a natural progression for us because this project at the moment, and particular project, the first properly funded project that we've had. And the National Lottery, God bless them, and the Community Fund have given us £19,000 to run an 18-month programme. And it's going to be mainly online. It's going to include safe spaces. It's going to include a library. So if you need any help or you need information from things we're going to supply, we have a brand new, lovely website that's going to be gorgeous. We've got lots and lots of things going on, and the first of them is what I did last Sunday for the maiden voyage of our new in it together. Sunday morning show. I like to call it a show. Sunday morning show, where you join us live on um, live on Zoom, and we just have a chat. So tomorrow's one, we're going to be on a 10 UK time until 12, or when it finishes. And we're going to be talking about, we're going to be previewing, we start laughing. We're going to be previewing she's making me feel self-conscious now. We're going to be previewing Monday night's game with Watford, but we're also going to be talking about our lives as well, and and how things are, and you can complain about the price of how much something's gone up and how expensive it is. Will you pack it up? Look at her. She's a mess. Come on,
Sorry.
pull yourself together, woman. Are you allowed to say woman anymore?
Yeah, why not?
I didn't know. You never know, do you? I went to a shop this morning, right? Now, I don't go shopping very often. Not like, not to like modern, everyday modern clothes shops. I get most of my stuff um, through the internet, like, and so Black Friday was yesterday. Pull yourself together and look up. Come on. Thank you. So Black Friday was yesterday, wasn't it? So here they have it in Spain as well. Of course they do. So my local big, massive open air shopping centre is about 10 minutes away from me. So I thought, right, because they extend it to Saturday, don't they, and Sunday. So I thought I'll go up this morning as soon as it opens, 10 o'clock. So I got there and I thought I'm going to buy some bits and pieces. Don't make me laugh. I'm going to buy some stuff. So I went into Bershka. Have you got a Bershka in the UK? No, it's like a clothes store anyway. It's probably Spanish. I don't know. So I went. Well, I went into actually two shops, and they both did the same thing to me. I went into Zara. Now I used to go to Zara loads, but I haven't been in probably for over a year. I went in and I got my stuff, and I looked where the tills used to be, and there's like this little basket thing, and you put your things in it, and on the computer screen it tells you what it is. How does it do that? And then like so I was like, so there's this assistant there. I said, come and help me with this. So she did it. So I thought, bloody hell, like that's going to put me off going in Zara a bit. I don't like that sort of thing. So anyway, off I went to Bershka, bought something, come out. The tills had gone from there as well, exactly the same thing. And this woman said to me, like, you have to like put that in there. So I put it in. And it came up, how do you want to pay by check? It asks you for your phone number and your email, right? I said, I ain't giving you that. So then it says, like, how you going to pay? Check, blah, blah. And then, then it says, do you want a bag? No. And then it's just there in the thing. Just pick it up and go. Fucking mad, in it. What's going on? But of course, the thing with that is people are losing their jobs, aren't they? Three people that used to sit on that till, on that counter, are gone now.
That's sad.
And I'm sure AI's got something to do with it. I'm going to blame
Mm.
that for everything now. AI. It is good AI, it really is. But I think we're all going to
It's
regret.
a bit dangerous.
Well, you can't uninvent the wheel, can you? It's there now. You've got to live with
No.
it, unfortunately. So I was going to say I'd love to thank Beck for being here for the last hour, but it is an hour, is it? It ain't far off, I don't think. No, it's not. It's about an hour, I think. But really, her input has been to giggle a lot, isn't it, Beck? You all right?
Sorry.
It's all right. It's nice to have you here, love. It's nice to see you. It's nice for everyone to see you because you do so much work for the group behind the scenes, and you always got my back, and I love you for that. You're a good girl, and you might giggle a bit too much sometimes, but you really have got the giggles this morning, haven't you?
Yeah, sorry, nervous. It's been a while since we've done this.
Yeah. All right. You're getting this. You got a bit of stage fright.
Yeah.
Look what I got on.
Oh, yeah. Don't
What are you laughing at?
just the last time you stood up when you did a podcast.
Oh, don't. I'm not standing up anymore. That's with Justice for
Oh,
the 21. Yeah, in case you weren't on that podcast, guys, or you didn't see it, sometimes, like it's a bit colder now, it's winter, but I'm only going back probably about a month, but the temperatures have really dropped. So I'd come in and I'd put like a blue shirt on or something like that. But like downstairs, it didn't matter too much, did it? Because it's hot. So I'd just got my thong on. And something happened, so I
Oh,
was like here, right? So I had to sort of stand there. So I got up like that. I didn't even realise at first. I went over here, I came back, I looked, and I went, oh shit. And I quickly sat down. And I think Val Collins was on. Val Collins was on. And Val Collins, OMG. Only me, eh? It was a classic though. So you got to be careful when you're doing this sort of stuff because you don't know what's going on down there, do you? I mean, look, I could have anything on. I could have me string onesie on. I've washed that this weekend though because it's winter now. I got my fur one out, my fur onesie. You have to have a onesie in Spain because the houses are pretty cold. You probably think I'm looking now. The temperature is 16 degrees now, right? In this house, it's cold. But if I want to get warm, I go outside. You think that's rubbish, but it's true. But I'm going to say a big thank you to everyone for listening to us. Well, to me talking for the last hour, and to Beck just sitting there having a bit of a laugh to herself and joining in sporadically. But it's nice to have her on with me because she doesn't come on that often. And of course, it's great to see you lot. Always is. We love you, and we want you on that new YouTube channel as well. It's not new actually. Like Beck and I have had that YouTube channel for probably 2 years, and if you look at it, it has got. I think it is called like uh, the the project, BCFC the project, but underneath it's Steve and Beck in it, or Beck and Steve or something. Do you remember
yeah, it's Stephen Beck.
Steve and Beck? Yeah. So because you set that up, didn't you? As I
Yeah, I didn't know
remember.
what to call it, so
Yeah.
I just went with that.
So thank you for joining us, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And tomorrow, don't forget, come on nice and early. If you need the joining details for tomorrow morning's chat with me on In It Together, you can get them at the group or message me directly. I'll give them you. I hope you can make it 10 o'clock your time tomorrow, and no game. So I might do a bit of a preview tomorrow. Probably I was going to do one today, but I'm running out of time now. I've got some visitors coming today. Beck, right? Billy, one of our moderators, Billy, who lives in Dublin, is coming out to see me today. And guess what, Beck? He's got a new bird, and
Ah,
he's bringing her with him. Can't wait to see what she's like. So he's arriving at 4 o'clock and going tomorrow morning. So it's only a quick stay, out for a few drinks, bit of dinner, check out his new wench, as he calls her. That's what he calls her.
Stephen,
His wench. That's sexist, isn't it?
Stephen, you.
No, that's why a wench is like an old fashioned name for a woman, isn't it? It is. You've never heard of a serving wench or something?
You can't say that.
I didn't say Billy is what. That's what Billy refers to her as. I'm just saying. Anyway,
Oh
you
God.
dumber. Well, I'm digging myself into a big hole here, but everyone knows that I'm not misogynist. Look who's in charge of the whole group. Just look there. See that girl there. Say something. Go on. So the camera goes on you.
Ah, stop.
See, look, can you believe she's in charge of everything? Christ, she can't even stop laughing. Guys, thank you
Oh
so
God.
much. Listen, I'm going to see you tomorrow, hopefully. Please leave a little comment if you want. Say hello to us on the YouTube comments. This will be in the group very, very shortly. So by the time you get this, it'll probably be about 3 o'clock UK time. So listen, have a fabulous Saturday. We've got a game on Monday, and I'll be speaking to you tomorrow, one way or another. Have a fabulous day. Thanks for joining us. Say bye, Beck.
Bye.
Bye.